We are in the old Supreme Court building of Switzerland in Lausanne. This painting was done in 1905 by Paul Robert. The judges had to pass it each time they came up to try a case, to remind them of something. The Bible gives a basis, not only for morals, but for law. How shall the judges judge? How indeed? So that the judgment would not be arbitrary. Justice here is not blindfolded. And her sword does not point upward, but down. To this book, La Loi de Dieu, the law of God. This was the sociological and legal base for law in Northern Europe after the Reformation. As the Reformation emphasis that the Bible is the only final authority took root, the ordinary citizen was increasingly freed from arbitrary governmental power. What Paul Robert painted for the justices in the Supreme Court building in Lausanne, Samuel Rutherford of Scotland put down in writing in 1644. It provided the people with a base for effective political control of their sovereign. Lex Rex, law is king. Freedom without chaos, because there is form. Or, said in another way, a concept of law rather than the arbitrary governments of men. Because the Bible was there as the final authority, as a base. Samuel Rutherford's work and the tradition it embodied had a great influence on the American Constitution, even though modern Americans have largely forgotten him and his influence. John Witherspoon, president of Princeton University, member of the Continental Congress, and one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence, followed Samuel Rutherford's Lex Rex directly. Thomas Jefferson picked up this Christian teaching in secularized form from John Locke, the English philosopher who stressed inalienable rights, government by consent, separation of powers, the right of revolution. Locke did not have Samuel Rutherford's Christian base, but he built on this base and secularized it. So one must say that not all men who laid down the foundation for the United States were individually Christians. For example, Thomas Jefferson. However, he lived within the circle of what the Christian consensus brings forth.